allow the children. It's okay. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego diary politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you ladder, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego diary politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come, oh yo yo. Man of the masses, oh, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. My ego diary politico, oh, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. This man not the off in mind.
Hello there.
Mayegun la wa mo la mo do. Mayegun la wa mo la mo do.
Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live. Thank you very much for joining me. Please read beyond the caption of this broadcast. Try and read the description as well. Like it. Share it. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends and tell them. Mayegun today.
Ani esuraki. Ojelu esuraki. Ani esuraki.
Very soon you are going to start asking, where is thiefnubu? Where is thiefnubu? right now, I'm going to say like the rumor that will start flying is that Tinubu is dying, or Tinubu is dead, or Tinubu is cloned. Because right now, 10 days holiday, I mean, a vacation is now turning to 17, 18 days. Tinubu has stayed extra. Well, if you use 2 weeks, it will be extra 4 days. If you use the 10 days vacation, Tinubu has stayed out of Nigeria now for extra 8 days. Is he sick, unwell, or disabled, demented? Why is he missing? Well, you get to know that they are already telling Nigerians that Tinubu can actually rule anytime and anywhere. The president is away. Vice president is away. If anything happened to any of them, you are done for. Now, Akpabiole will be your president. A country so doomed with a bunch of rogues in charge. Share this and tell everybody that we might go today. Thank you, Mutide. So before they begin to play the emotional card like, hey, are you wishing him bad? Are you wishing him this, and that? See, this is not a game of wishing anybody anything anymore. You were saddled, you were unfortunate, right? For 8 solid years of Bokwari, a sick, demented Bokwari was in charge, a lifeless mannequin was in charge of Nigeria, and 8 years after, Nigeria is half dead. Now you now found yourself at the mercy of a drug dealer, a drug addict, jaga banditi, jaga addicti, aṣíwájú àwọn addicti, aṣíwájú àwọn agbèrò, aṣíwájú àwọn olè. Aṣíwájú àwọn atọ́lé. Again, a lot of you have no idea how much of your lives they are stealing from you, mortgaging right now. So when they are done, if you are still alive, chai, I can only imagine. So this is not a game of wish this or that. As a lot of you are dying already of preventable diseases, preventable sicknesses. That you are kind of jumping from pillar to post, looking for the Agbo malaria, right? Tinubu is accessing the best medical health care that money can buy in the world. Very soon, they will begin to tell you to pray for him. Maybe they've told you that he went abroad to go and, reflect on his policies. When they choke you, right? Nobody will ask you to hit this thing. Nobody will tell you. Since you can't, body could tell you. Just give it time. So before you begin, you start your blackmailing, stuff and say, let us just pray for your leader and all of that stuff. You know me, I know they kind of like that. So don't say that to me, okay? So I actually love my dear Templars, all right? But when I see some of these, stray dogs on the Mayegu's Diary Political, I want to be politically correct and all of that, it's just kind of like, it irritates me so much that a lot of people you just think that, man, this Mayegu is cold. Though. No, I'm not cold. I just don't have a stomach for political correctors. People who love to be politically correct, unity beggars, and all of that stuff, right? Especially those ones that love to gaslight people, blackmail them, and stuff like that. I don't like you. And most importantly, verily, the Buharidins, the Buhari Dideris, the Buhari Denotus, the Buhari Dijatus, the Buhari Shukus, the Ungoziaris, the Unekaris, the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons, the humbled slaves, and even their cousins and aunties abroad. Uncles and aunties abroad, the Abroadian Ronukus, the ones we call the Mumadus, Bele lecturers, Mumu lecturers, Bat idiots, Bastard, Oshogbo Alimajiri, Lagos Sabobaku, the crumb eaters, the crumb chasers, the ass lickers, the all risers. All of una don't like me and I don't like you. So I do not really kind of fancy them coming around to start kind of, throwing stupid questions like, let us just pray for our leader. Be very, very careful. This place is very slippery, okay? I am not your friend, and you are not my friend. Do not begin to act like, say, we are like, we are buddies. No, we are frenemies. You get that now? You are here watching to see if maybe I have news for you about Koolu. The rest, you are going to make it up in your head in case you think I don't know. Let's not pretend. I don't like me and I don't like you. I know my friends and my friends know me. You understand? I know the Templars and they know their GO, the GO of the Temple of Truth. Mayegun General. So when I warned you before now, here you get, a lot of them said, I would cry. Whether you like it or not, you, Mayegun, Tinubu will be president. He will do 8 years. I say, amen. You are like, why did you say amen? I say, amen. Because go to my pioneer. Now we think go kill you be that. So, amen. I am not interested in how or whatever if Tinubu becomes your president or not. I don't care. But I will tell you what's going to be your lot. So when they begin to show you that shege, you understand? Don't come around and begin to kind of say, are you happy that people are suffering? If you cannot help people, don't mock them. Oguma pa ma foju e bati eje ba gbogbo nkan tó ń dùn tó ń múnú ẹ dùn láyé yìí oguma ba gbogbo ẹ̀jẹ̀ mọ́ ẹ lọ́wọ́ ni. Àmì ni kò ṣe. So you don't turn around and begin to try to say, you cannot blame people for their choice. Oh, ni kure ati wa ati choice here. You do understand that we watch you criminals, you Olori Brukus destroyed people's lives. Where you are shouting your change, simply because you are waiting for your time. A time like this, and you look on. You called people like us Omuali because we're telling you that these people are destiny killers, right? But no, are you not a Yoruba? Are you not? Listen, are you one budget? You won't come gaslight people like me. I don't like you, and you don't like me. Let's keep it that way. Okay? Don't come onto my platform and begin to ask me stupid questions like, what is the way forward? Kainji, omono kainji, majidun, kelo kusomi, lo wabi kusi, kelo wabi kusi. That is your way forward. Yeah. Don't ask me for your way forward. Don't disguise and begin to act like people cannot be blamed for their choices. One by one. Abolori Brukune, Shami. You, Abobaku. Why to low? Why did you reduce the volume? Are you not drinking my tears now? Can you not see my tears? I remember when this shege was like kicking off. May thiefnubu succeed. No, sorry, may Asiwaju succeed. I know they see that one again. I stand with Asiwaju. They also have something they call themselves. Say, yeah. He mandates, no, that's not. We stand on the mandate. No, that's not the one. I will remember. Don't worry. I know my study style where I take enter this evening. It can't be like say my why now, kilude now. Anyway, don't worry. So good evening to you once again. Good afternoon to you, or maybe good morning to you, from wherever you are watching Mayegun. It is Mayegun live. The matter don't enter red. As they say, it don't red you. It don't red you. More and more people are falling into poverty. Nobody can see Tinubu. Abi? Some of them are even saying Tinubu should change his ministers. He should reshuffle cabinet. He will draw so the mandate more. Now one ex-convict. That is Orji Uzor Kalu. He is a senator, a madman to the bone. One of those people that you can call the regular ass leakers. A criminal to the core. He was on Channel's television last night with a show, and it kind of attracted a lot of attention when he told people that You will see this hardship that you are facing in Nigeria, right? It's not limited to Nigeria. It's all over the world. Felt like entering that TV, like I drag you with Ibota. Kakubatifu. Even the Ronokus are everywhere saying, this is unbelievable. This is not the Ashiwaju that we know. Which Ashiwaju do you know? You know the blue Omo Alele Yoba, Omo Aleni, una be the bastards of Yoruba land. Finally, the talk say, if a house is peaceful, now because say the bastards in the house are not really grown yet. But look at the bastards from Yoruba land. See what they don't bring upon Nigeria now. Now, they are now saying Nigeria don't spoil. You don't expect Tinubu to change it in 1 year. That is what Orji Uzor Kalu also said. Somebody maybe say, some people are already saying, my man, if revolution starts, make nobody drag this one with me. So the Uzor Kalu guy, an ex-convict. I don't know if you remember him very well. See, this is a guy that stole, listen to this, he stole 11 billion naira from Abia State as a governor. So then he was a PDP governor. Then when APC came in, he always bragged that he's a billionaire. He had this business here, he had that business there. He's employing this or that. Yeah. But his history go happened to be one of the Babangida's bad men. You know, Babangida looted Nigeria so much that you can't trace a penny to his name. But if Babangida needs 100 billion naira tomorrow morning, his boys, they will bring the money to him, cash. Same thing with Abacha. You cannot trace a penny to Abacha's name. But if Abacha family needs 50 billion, 100 billion naira, Abacha is dead though, for more than 30 years. I mean, 1998. That's like 26 years now, 27 years. Abacha is dead, right? Even in death, Abacha's loot that they have returned to Nigeria in the last 25 years is more than $8 billion. That's the money they looted outside. And that's just the one they found. I'm talking about a man that was selling Nigeria crude oil and he wasn't really remitting anything. Yeah, for 5 straight years. It was just like, people were just like helping to sell Nigeria crude oil. For me, now, if I am one of the Abacha boys, they go allocate crude oil to me, I will just go and sell it anywhere. Like, because Nigeria was under different sanctions. Nigeria couldn't trade with the rest of the world because of Abacha. So that then made some guys, similarly, when the Gulf War, when Nigeria had that Gulf oil windfall, some of these Babangida boys, 1990, 1991, before he finally kind of, bailed out, Orji Uzor Kalu was one of them. There are many, including Davido's father. Yeah, Mr. Adeleke, that gentle. Somebody said he's a very gentle man and very quiet. I know. Baba, if now your papa was one of the Babangida boys, your family today would be one of the richest. See, the richest woman in Nigeria, the woman they said is the richest woman, Alakija. She no go school, she be hairdresser, stylist for Miriam Babangida. Guess what? For just being Miriam Babangida's hairstylist, they gave her about 3 oil blocks. She didn't know anything about oil or crude oil. No. It was just a gift. But she was smart enough to hold on to it. To the point that Nigeria don't feel collect them from her. Right? So she made so much money by bringing in people who are like extracting the crude oil. They just give her her own share. And that alone make her the richest woman, the richest Nigerian. The richest Nigerian woman. The richest woman in Nigeria, put it that way. That was how they shared Nigeria resources at the time. The money is so much. A lot of you probably don't even know how many of these offshore accounts these guys buried billions and upon billions of dollars just because they were associated with different dictators at the time. Orji Uzor Kalu, right, became a billionaire. And guess what he did with his own money to make the money look legit? He opened the airline. He called it slot here. Among so many other businesses, so he was buying factories. Smart guy. To further cleanse the money, by 1998, Orji Uzor Kalu alone was a multi-billionaire, one of those who sponsored Obasanjo's election using Nigeria money. And he became a governor too. When he became a governor, person we don't reach, we don't steal so much money. He went on to go and loot Abia State. He looted Abia State, right? The Abia be like a war-torn area for 8 years. Then he put his own main man. What is that guy's name? Orji. Orji. That one also looted Abia. It was like Abia State was just like their pocket money, like a purse. So that was how the case against Orji Uzor Kalu started. He stole over, that's how much they kind of found that. He stole over over 10 billion, in fact, over 10 billion naira. When you say 10 billion, we are talking about when a dollar was just 145 naira official exchange rate. Persons looted, stole, go and convert that, divide 10 billion by 140 naira. You realize that he looted over $1 billion from Abia State. Immediately, everybody started shouting, change. Alaye quickly joined the change bandwagon so that Bokwari may just, they started praising Bokwari. When they took the Muslim, he nearly turned to a Muslim. He was wearing lawani like that. They even made him a chief in one of the northern states. And now, Seriki something. So as to avoid going to jail. I don't know what happened. One judge just said, no, Oma Shewon said, all 7. Boom. They sent him to 5 years in prison. He was in prison for about 6 months or 7 months. That was the time of a tanko technicality. That is already concluded. Go and do prison. Quick, come back in 5 years' time. Baba, they kept his seat as a senator. After serving as governor, he now rigged himself to become a senator, representing Abia in Abuja. So when they convicted him as a prisoner for Kirikiri, from the blues, I don't know how they did it. They said there's a technicality. You know, it's like instead of the prosecuting lawyer who got the conviction to send him to jail, they now found out that the prosecuting lawyer did not say Enaoni Ranka Dede, and that's technicality. So he said, "Did you say Enaoni and Ranka Dede?" He said, "No, I didn't. I don't think it's important." Technically. That's a technicality. It was during the time of a tanko technicality. They just took it to the Supreme Court. They said, my lord, this prosecutor, they are on the technical ground. He did not say Naoni. He did not say Ranka Dede Abin Kokon. They said, why did you not say Naoni and Ranka Dede? He said, but it's not part of the... I know you have to say it. Boom. They said, based on technicality, this ex-convict should be released from prison. Huh? Really? Yeah, release. He returned back to the Senate and he continued to lead the house of Bokwari. Bokwari APC. He joined APC. Look at him in one of the court appearances and when they returned him back. Watch.
On a more serious note, you know, I'm the Mayaki Kasina. And this is my attire when I was titled, when I was Taban. And occasionally, I've been coming here with Yoruba cap and Igbo cap. Didn't ask me, why is this one different?
What does it mean?
It means I'm the Mayaki Kasina. This is my title in Kasina. I just decided on the Ramadan to celebrate my title as Mayaki Kasina. And I'm very proud that I'm Mayaki Kasina.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. This great castle.
I don't
They are greeting him, congratulations, congratulations. That's how he returned. Though. Since it was the Supreme Court that said, based on technicality, his case is hereby dismissed. Somebody convicted of looting. Somebody said that his mom, they said his mom was Babangida's girlfriend. Well, Babangida get too many girlfriends that time anyway. But I don't think so anyway. But maybe Mama know Babangida, and then anyway, it doesn't matter anyway. It doesn't matter. So when he finally got, on the day they were ending their valedictory, I've been at long picking, closing whatever, the Senate. I don't know if you remember this video. It's famous. Yeah. Leave it in the hand of God.
Mr. President, today is the beginning of new friendship to all of us in the chambers. It's not the end of the old friendship we started. I want to thank my constituency. Gives me a lot of latitude to understand Nigeria better, to understand what we stand for better, to fight more for united Nigeria. I believe that we are dispersing, not separating ourselves. I went through one of my best time in life in the Senate, and also went through one of my difficult periods. Also in this Senate. Before I came to the Senate, before I came into politics, I can buy anything body can buy. I'm not a thief. Those that put me in prison know the reason they put me in prison. They took over all my businesses and want to kill me. But I survived it. I'm in the Senate with you people. It's not the end to what we have done. It's not the end to united Nigeria. It's not the end to Brothers Keeper. But these senators I called were with me. I never lacked. When the PDP that I was governor for 2 terms was being formed, I brought every money they used in forming that party. Every penny. In 1997 and 98, and I later became a thief. And people I gave transport money from my house in VI became angels. This is what Nigeria represents. I want to thank my colleagues for giving me these 4 years of uninterrupted support. Because this country is not fair to so many of us. I built this country, I employed 13,800 workers. People employ nobody, and nobody asks them their source of wealth. I have 3 factories in Lagos, Nigeria. I have 2 factories in Ota, build manufacturing. I have 3 factories in Abia, manufacturing, and I'm a thief. And people that cannot explain where their source of wealth comes from, they are not thieves. I leave everything in the hands of God. May God be the judge.
Right. Anyway, scratch the part where I told you that the technicalities that got him back. He should be in jail. Oh. The technicality that got him released is not because he didn't say Inauni and Ranka Dede, okay? So what happened exactly was that they said the judge that was trying his case, his corruption case, got transferred to another court. So rather than just let the case be transferred to another judge, he decided to stay back until the end of the case, which they said technically he shouldn't have. So now convicting him to, I think, a 5 years or 6 years imprisonment simply means that he did not have that power under that circumstances. So they now took it to the Supreme Court, his own team, legal team. And Tanko technicality now said, well, technically, based on technicality, that judgment is wrong. And the whole trial was thrown out. That's what got him returned, and he was making that face there. A thief to the core. And Abia State, like I said, Abia State was one of the most unfortunate states. That's why you saw them celebrating like they won the jackpot when Alex Otti became the elected governor in Abia State last year. Like, a lot of you didn't know their story. Abia people don't see. Their eyes don't see. In the hands of Orji Uzor Kalu, in Mama, is a chief of staff, which is a Theodore Orji. What was the position of Orji? Theodore Orji. Also, just like Orji Uzor Kalu, looted the state. Not a single real road is constructed. If you see any constructed road anywhere in Abia State, it was probably like just for the show for that a few weeks. After that, then when he finished, he now brought another one. Hi, the one with the share kerosene. Remember him? What's his name again? Ikweazu. Abia has been unfortunate in the last 24 years. Before they now have someone who is actually doing a project, but that one too, instead on the get baggage now. We'll come back to that. So thiefnubu is showing all of Unashege how he built Lagos. And according to Uzor Kalu, after licking the ass of Bukwari, he is now chopping the shit in the bomb crack of thiefnubu as we speak. Yeah.
Nobody wants Governor Akpabio out.
Really? But I mean, there is speculation that he wants to be impeached. And that on the floor today, there were moves to say, a vote of confidence on him.
The Senate is a one Senate show. Any day the Senate finds a reason to remove Gospel Akpabio, they will come as one Senate and do it. But there's no reason for today at the floor of the Senate. If they have a reason, they will remove him.
So have you resolved
today?
Yeah, have you resolved?
There is nobody who planned to impeach him. There's nobody, nothing like that. I don't know where you are getting your information.
I'm a political journalist, Senator,
no.
and the fact remains.
Sure
some of these things I'm asking you happened on the floor today. Including, I'm very sure you are one of those who voted, gave Gospel Akpabio a vote of confidence, didn't you?
No, the Senate on standing in the Senate, all the Senate gave him vote of confidence. Not Yaradua, not Orji Kalu, not Ningi, not Adiola, not Abiru. Everybody in the Senate. Well, we needed one Senate to go through this difficult period. Nigeria is going through difficult moments, and we need to support both the executive and the legislature. We cannot start fighting.
I will come to that in a bit because there are those who believe that you and your colleagues are simply rubber stamp. Whatever the executive brings, you are not really playing your role to check. It should be check and balance.
Say the truth. Am I a rubber stamp? Do you know me?
You are Orji Uzor Kalu. You are not the Senate.
No. But you know me.
There are those who say...
Do I speak my mind?
You speak your mind, but you are not
so that is it. The Senate is the Senate.
You belong to that Senate.
Yes, I belong to the Senate.
And if some Nigerians have said, you guys are rubber stamp, You're not doing your
Senate
due
is not
diligence in keeping these executive on their toes. You simply stamp and pass whatever they bring to you without proper scrutiny.
No, the Senate is not a rubber stamp. Sean, I would like you to apologize. Not saying that in my
I'm
presence.
asking you a question, Senator.
No.
This is a television interview.
This is not.
I'm not passing a judgment, and I'm asking you.
No.
How do you react to those who say that your Senate, in which you are a member of, is a rubber stamp?
The Senate.
Are worried about the state of the economy, about the state of security in the country, the direction our country is going. 109 of you representing the Nigerian people. The question is, what have you and your colleagues done differently to put the executive on their toes and put their feet to fire?
No, our job, Sean. You see, Nigerian people always misunderstood our job. Our job is to make law. When we make this law, we give to the executive. The executive will go and implement. That's where our job ends. And the Senate will go for oversight. And this is what we expect our colleagues. Ask me, are they doing proper oversight? Those that go for oversight must do thorough oversight.
Senator, the question I'm asking, sir, on behalf of the Nigerian people, is that if those thorough oversight has happened, you have admitted tonight that the economy is in trouble.
Oh, sure.
You
I'm
have
a businessman.
admitted
I know that the economy is in trouble.
Absolutely. And that today, dollar, only this week, had moved a few figures higher, not lower. And the value of the naira in that regard has dropped. And you imagine that all of this is happening under the last 1 year or so, under the watch of your party, the APC, Senator. If you say, just a moment, Senator, if you say your Senate is not a rubber stamp, how come, and if you are playing your role as your oversight role, how come our economy has come this bad and almost all the indices of our economy has gone in the negative? The question is, how much of the pressure are you putting on the executive that our economy is in this shambles?
Let me be honest with you. The Senate is putting a lot of pressure on the executive.
And the economy is still bad.
Yes. It's not the issue of executive and legislature or judiciary. This economy is a worldwide issue. There's a lot of hunger in South Africa, like we have today.
I disagree, Senator, just a little bit. You know why I disagree?
I'm coming.
I disagree a bit.
I've been allowing you to talk.
No, Senator,
no, you must allow me to talk.
No, Senator,
you must allow me to talk. You must allow me to talk.
Those facts you are giving. No, Senator, this fact
you must allow me to talk.
We need to set the record straight, sir.
No, do you want me?
No,
do you invite me to just
go ahead? Go ahead, but we need to set the record straight, Senator.
No, the record is that there's a worldwide deflection of economy all over the world. I just told you I have businesses everywhere. It is bad in Nigeria because we have no economic processes. We never had economy since 60 years ago. If we have had economy, the cushion will be...
What do you mean we don't have an economy?
We don't have economy. There's no organized economy here. Because we have no lights, we have nothing, we are not... Our stock exchange is just building up and become investment of you and me supposed to be in Nigeria.
So you mean the major drivers of our economy?
No, the institutions that drive the economy are very weak. All the institutions. And this is what President Bola Tinubu is trying to rebuild, to make sure the institutions are strong. Because if you continue with this handout and weak economy, you are not going to go. Somebody must make the decision. It might be right or wrong.
He's taking a tough decision
He's taking a tough decision for the future. And this tough decision, I'm not defending him. You know, I can always...
Nuisance, Lele.
It's the same. The same guy was also everywhere for Bokwari. Did he just say Nigeria has no economy since 6 years ago? An indictment on Bokwari, an indictment on APC. Abi, were they not the ones in charge of Nigeria 6 years ago? Right. And here is that part where he said, Tinubu knows that you are suffering. Nigerians are suffering. Yeah. Tinubu knows. Tinubu goes out at night. He moves around at night, driving himself. Tinubu driving himself. Lord God is so patient, man. Yesterday I showed you the Orji River Road. That's Orji Uzor Kalu. This man collected 218 million naira to construct, and they listed it as completed. You remember that picture I showed you yesterday? There is another one. It's called Constituency Project. He collected 198 million naira for this road, and it is listed as completed constituency project. Orji Uzor Kalu. Okay, the road is construction of 350-meter road with drainage at Aroepa, Umuneochi, local government, Abia states. Supposed billionaire, person will be say billionaire. You're already a billionaire, you claim. But construct road, when we say no be with your money, it's not your money. They still looted the money. He was governor for 8 years. A senator for like almost how many years now? A senator for almost 16 years. They still give you constituency projects. You still looted the money. Now he said Tinubu move about. Tinubu move around at night in Abuja to go and see how Nigerians are suffering. Oh my God. Okay, I want you to hear him first before I kind of add my own verdict. Yeah.
No. Listen to me. When I was governor, I called for 1 year, 6 term. 1 year, 6 years, 1 term. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some presidents who are asking for that.
No, President Obasanjo said I was after him. That was the part of beginning of our quarrel. I called for 1 year, 6 term. 6 year, 1 term. Because of the cost of going to the elections. Because of cost of managing the economy. Because when you bring in a governor or a president, their eyes on re-election. They are not even thinking about what people will get, what people will do. Every politicians, they are looking for the election. So the only way to solve this problem is give no incentive to anybody. Do 6 year, 1 term.
And you think that will help boost performance?
It will go a long way. Because most of the people think they need to make money for the election. In my minority opinion, I don't know majority opinion. In my minority opinion, I think most politicians are always looking forward for the next election.
And that's why there is a very popular saying from a popular motivational speaker who said, the politician look forward to the next election, but a leader look forward to the next generation, how to empower the next generation. But that perhaps is the missing, the gap between what has become our problem in this country, where there are a lot of people who believe that we've not really had the kind of leaders that we should have in this country. But Senator, are you proud of what your party is delivering to Nigerians today?
Yes and no. Because my party is very unlocked. My party have done very well in things they can do in the indices of economies and all the rest.
Under Tinubu or under Buhari? Because that's another kettle of fish.
Let me be honest with you. Under every leader, God creates leaders for a purpose. Every leader has a purpose God has created him. God do not bring leaders just for this.
But leadership under Buhari seems to have destroyed our economy.
I'm not going to answer that. I'm not going to discuss that.
But that's the reality.
No,
under that
No,
government.
I'm not going to discuss that.
There are those who believe that we were 20 years backward under that government.
I'm not
a party that you are a prominent figure
listen
in.
to me. I am not going to discuss President Mohamed Buhari here.
Why?
Because it's not the right thing to do. He has gone. Let us look at the future.
But how do we learn when we don't know what the issue is?
We can't discuss it here. That is, it's not here we learn.
But the question is that if
you were here when it happened,
if the economy under Buhari was a disaster, should we toe that line? And this government has said that they will continue from where Buhari stopped.
No. That is where the difficulty comes. The government are not continuing from where Buhari stopped. They are trying to reform the economy. They are trying to bring back the economy where it's supposed to be. But it's bringing hardship to our people. The president himself knows that Nigerians are suffering. The president knows that Nigerians are hungry. The president knows he's a street person. He knows the street very well. The president some nights use his car to go around and know what is happening in Abuja here. People
really?
Yes, of course.
Are you aware of it, that he moves around the city?
Sure. The president goes around the city, visits, and go around.
I hope it wasn't during when the kidnap and issues were happening in Abuja.
Well, whether they kidnap or not, the president goes around with one or two cars and see what is happening. He's not a president that's locked up in a room. He's not a president that doesn't know what is. He knows. But this president is bad. He's very courageous on his own. Because most of the things he's doing, I might not be able to take them all.
Have you reconciled with him? Because I know that your friendship had some issues some times ago when you had your differences. I mean, there are those who feel that you betrayed him in the election of the National Assembly. And you stood on the other side. I mean, being in the same class of 1999.
No. I've never quarreled with the president. The president asked me not to run for Senate president. I didn't run. So, I mean,
I'm highly disappointed of Nigerian government because the Nigerian government were highly disappointed in them due to foreseen circumstances. Definitely, I'm one of those people are proving people should die in coronavirus is more better than people should die in hungers. Hunger kills more than coronavirus because some people are less privileged. Due to foreseen circumstances that I said it, some people are less privileged, which they are based on daily pay, which are not even based on salaries. But our government thinks that the lockdown is the best solution to coronavirus and proving it to an extent and to the levels of alacrity that if someone die in coronavirus, it's more efficient to die in hunger. Because some people will be at indoor. There's no a way to make.
Thank you, Jare, Professor. He said that Tinubu move around at night to go and see how Nigerians are suffering. And he said that with a very straight face. Tinubu move around in his car. He's a street guy. To go and see who? The Nigerians that are awake at night, or who? To go and see the armed robbers or pickpockets, or who is he driving around at night to go and see. But that's what they do. That is how they like. You see, when people say they should respect elders, see, that kind of a man is a man that a young person should respect. Is that not an insult or disrespect to our common intelligence, right? For somebody to kind of, I mean, who did they think we are, by the way? Dumbos. Like, I mean, I will get mad. Like, I am actually really angry. Yeah, I'm raging. That's the point where I felt like, oh my, it'd be like, say, no, we just enter that studio. I say, yeah, give us Orji Uzor Kalu. Channels, give us Orji Uzor Kalu. Tell her to come outside now. That kind of anger. And that's how they talk to people in that place. They treat them like they're stupid, you know, they're like dumb. Take a look at this. A woman just in a space of 1 year, A woman was caught in Lagos today doing this.
Situation country is getting out of hand already. People are really suffering while lying. Obi ẹnìkan lélẹ̀ yẹ ẹnìkan lélẹ̀ lọ́bọ́ lẹ́nu mọ́tò lọ́rí àwọn àtàlẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ títì lọ́dẹ̀ ń ṣà. Tó bá yẹ pé country yìí wà òkè ìṣó possible kan máa ṣàtàlẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ títì lọ́dẹ̀ máa lọ jẹ́ báyìí. Situation country.
If you decide to vote, if Tinubu wins, all of you are going to join. That is God has spoken. Just let it go live. Let it go live. Has spoken. Just the way I've said it. Let me say it in English so that they won't understand. Okay, sir.
If Nigerians vote for APC, Nigeria will sink. We will swallow in poverty. And the economy will be in shambles. If the government of APC continues, Nigeria will suffer extraordinary. I'm not in support of anybody. As a matter of fact, I don't vote. And I will never vote. I am telling you that we have never seen Hardship before. Then this is when we now experience more Hardship. We will be sick, the economy will be sick.
That makes him a superstar prophet that prophesied days, even though we know that Tinubu did not win any election. Let us always add that caveat to it. Okay, I know a lot of us are so emotional these days, where we are just like, oh, they will go and vote for him again. They will go and do. No. It's not that people didn't vote for Tinubu, whether they bought them, like Ekiti people that voted on credit. I don't know if they have paid them now. They pay them with hardship. Remember, out of the nobody say people don't vote for Tinubu. Yeah, there were those who. But Tinubu and those who they either bought, those that wanted to vote for him because he's a Yoruba, those who voted because it's a Muslim ticket, Mumu ticket, and all of that, they could not muster 2 million votes across Nigeria. Yes, that's the truth. But Mr. Yakubu and the Nigeria Judiciary, they foisted Tinubu on you. Sure, you get now. They could not muster enough number to make Tinubu the president of anywhere. Even Kwakwanso got more votes than Tinubu. It's just unfortunate that people have become so docile, weak enough that they have no power over institutions that have been compromised in that country. Tinubu did not win any election to become president of Nigeria. Let's not forget that. Despite all their intimidation and harassment and the rest, in Lagos, he could only score 147,000 votes. Yes, he couldn't even get his own Lagos. So let us not kind of mix it up that much and blame people all the time and say, but they voted for him. I agree. Some voted. Ekiti people voted on credit. I don't know. Who is from Ekiti here? Watching me from Ekiti? Are you from Ekiti? What they promised you? Because I know you are the first out of the 30 states in Nigeria where people are happy. They were happy to vote on credit. On credit means, you know, they were paying people in some places. They only promised the Ekiti people, you know, not all of the Ekiti people this time around, because I do not want to kind of generalize as well. When you see those people who allegedly voted for Tinubu in Ekiti, they voted on credit. They promised them that I'm marrying later. Rather than them to see anything right now, now Shige that they post to them. Shige Bansa.
It's not even available. The already changing the already shooting maybe. This is how they dig water here. This is the source of their water. This is how they do. This is how they get water here. This is how they get water here. It's not even available.
Now everybody they collect. Even inside Lagos, if they touch everybody, inside the magistrate court too, today.
In Ikeja local government, and we are here for a case in the magistrate customary courts, and everywhere is just leaking the roof, water everywhere inside the court. The judges cannot hear. So those are the things. In Ikeja local government.
Ikeja is the capital of Lagos, the mega city. I can go on and on and on and on and give you all these instances of what. Because people heard when a supposed Deloitte accountant said, "China statistics we go chop," and they laughed.
I think na statistics we go chop. A lie with arithmetic that no Indian can solve it.
Yeah. They laughed. Accountants said, "China statistics we go chop." I remember when some group of guys said, if the reason why they will vote for thiefnubu was because thiefnubu is Budano. There will be money everywhere. When Tinubu become president of Nigeria, there will be money everywhere. Because Tinubu is a cheerful giver. He will throw money everywhere. It's been 17 months now. 17 months. What you see everybody crying off right now is that there is no money. There is no money. We are hungry. Ebim power. They said if you vote for Obi is very stingy. There will be no money. Everybody hunger will kill everybody. That is why a supposed accountancy. Do you know that an accountant actually works with the statistics? They say data is very, very stubborn. Yeah, you can use the word of mouth to say all the stuff you want to say, but the real data, you cannot use the word of mouth to rubbish it. Data is very, very stubborn. So, our market. So, those of you who were waiting for thiefnubu, money will be yafu. Jeun soke, ma jeun soke, jeun sapo, That is a week at jeun soke. Now, it is a being power. A being power. You are now looking for Koolu. Where is Koolu now? So Orji Uzor Kalu, I said Tinubu knows about your suffering. Maybe as a bat, his wife as a rat, who are very much comfortable at night. Maybe what they look around, if they ever truly going about, driving about or driving around at night, it is just to kind of check all of you who see have money to buy petrol and put on your generator. You're supposed to be in darkness. So maybe if they are going to say, how come they have about 20 houses here that have electricity, they have light? They say, a generator, sir. Generator. They can still buy, they can buy fuel. That's fine. That's fine. Tomorrow morning. Oh yeah, increase the liter of petroleum again. Increase the price. Say, yes, sir. People are already dying, Increase it. Some of them still get money to buy petrol to fuel their generator. That's why they are on social media criticizing and abusing me. Oh yeah, increase it. Increase it. They don't get money to buy petrol to go out anymore or turn on their generator. We can now see that everybody is at the same level. And that is what is happening to those of you who are like a dear. So I know the word of an ex-convict shouldn't amount to anything, but it is Nigeria. And that is why Orji Uzor Kalu, whatever PR he thought he was doing, it has backfired. And only time shall tell. Now let's leave them for a while. Yesterday, Fubara, let me give you this update about River State, okay? This is just a pass on one now, okay? The 27 House of Assembly members, they got a court order in Abuja that said their seats are not vacant, and that Fubara must resubmit the 2024 budget, which has already been signed. They probably have already finished spending the money. They intend to spend the 2024 anyway. But these guys are still expecting to be the House of Assembly members after decamping to APC, which they denied. And Fubara said, no, I'm not dealing with them. No, you can go and get your court order, court this or that anywhere. It's not going to happen here. Let that court come and deal with you. Right? So 3 days ago, these assembly guys, Abia, the loyalist of Wike, they now declared the seats of all the assembly guys loyal to Fubara. They declared their seats vacant. So right now, the Fubara guys declared the seats of Wike's guys, 27 of them, vacant. Now, the 27 loyalists of Wike have now declared Fubara's lawmakers' seat vacant. So by my own calculation, River States currently have no assembly members because they don't cancel each other. It's like this one cancel this one, that one cancel this one. There is none. So Fubara then said, well, it's these judges, I mean lawyers, that always do this dirty job for us, the politicians that brought us to this level. People who have done, they have decamped. Everybody saw them did that. But now you went on to go and get your kangaroo judgment and all that. We're not going to deal with you. And a lot of them are now saying that, no, they are not going to deal with Mowile guys. So remember, the reason why the Nigerian police IG said they were withdrawing their policemen from the local government areas in River State was because Fubara did not obey court order. A kangaroo court in Abuja, giving a court judge, an order to stop an election, local government elections in River State. Yeah. Well, I'll start with that of Fubara. Then show you what the police IG, because he has responded now. Right now, River State is more or less like an autopilot. The only legit arm of government, maybe two arm of, the only legit arm of government right now is Fubara, the executive. The local government administration is loyal to Fubara, but there are those who believe that they shouldn't have had the election. They are also legit, so make it 2. So Fubara with some of these supposed judges 2 days ago.
Some of you say you're legal luminary. You know the truth. You will go on air just to pacify your paymasters, to turn the law upside down. We all know the law when it comes to issues that has to do with the administration of governance in states. It is the state high court. It doesn't matter whether you go and join INEC police. It is a straightforward. I'm not a lawyer, but I know that one. And you stand and you say you're doing the right thing, God will judge you. Let me say it here so you understand. Judges, that we are seeing. Your position is to stand and defend us. Your position is to look at whoever and tell the person the truth. Because if you don't do it here, you have a big question to answer. The preacher said it. Every evil done in the course of administrative justice, you will pay for it dearly. Look at what today, the up and downs in this state. When everybody knows that whatever we're getting from that end, I don't want to call their name, everybody knows. But I'm not bothered about it. Like the word said here, it will come to an end. Surely.
You know, somebody said that would person will just straight. Yeah. There's no joy. Now the cosa, now all of you are here. You know? But Betokun has something to say about their role in the last local government elections in Rivers State, where they were partisan because from Abuja, the federal government that controls the police said the federal high court that said there should not be any election. We think concern federal high court with elections in the state, local government elections. So if that should happen, like Nigeria is a lawless place, right? If that is to be allowed, Baba, magistrate court will give order and say, no presidential election in Nigeria, no general election. And nobody will have to say, okay, yeah, no election, no general election. Abi, I'm just saying. But that's the comparison they used. But listen to the Ibetokun, the police IG of Nigeria. From
Kennedy Adewale, and he wanted to know about the Rivers issue, what we have done in Rivers. If the issues in Rivers are avoidable, the police didn't do anything wrong in Rivers. We acted professionally. We followed the rule of law. You will recall that there have been political crises in Rivers that led to the stealing of the 23 local governments in the state. There was violence. Even in that violence, we lost a policeman. Subsequently, the 23 local governments were taken over and sealed. And we were waiting for pronouncement of the courts on the political issues in Rivers. Handle the Ondo election. We are going to handle Ondo in the same way, and we are even going to improve on our handling of Ondo election. There have been a series of insinuations in the social media about what we are doing in Falomo barracks, with Falomo barracks and other barracks in Nigeria. If you go to any barrack in Lagos, police barrack in Lagos, take a tour and see how those structures look like. The police barracks, the buildings are already collapsing. These are barracks that were built over 50 years ago with no strategic framework for maintenance, with zero maintenance of the barracks. They have started falling into a state of disrepair. Some of them are already collapsing. We cannot fold our arms and wait for tragedy.
Not interested in that stuff he's got to say there. Anyway, at the Ozekome's birthday party or dinner last night, where the likes of Obankparo, as well as Goodluck Jonathan, and Jonathan had something, a lot to say, by the way, including the crisis in PDP and other stuff, Rivers State, PDP, and all that. And it was actually talking. I'm going to share that with us before we continue. Do you mind?
At this time, I would have been made to speak maybe towards the last. And you have now upgraded me.
The earlier the better.
You have upgraded me to be a co-chair. Thank you so much. So as a co-chair, the chairman has already said what we should say. I wouldn't want to belabor the issues. And more so, like President Obasanjo said, I wrote the foreword of one of the books. And I also made the brief remarks in the video that maybe they will play on the multimedia, so on. So I may not even want to talk about mine because I made some statements, especially on the video. But looking at the titles of the 50 books, then you realize that mine is more than even being a radical. Because if you look at the various titles, cut across almost all spheres of life, political science, law, history, biography, philosophy, health, etc., etc. He's writing like the philosophers of old, in those days when knowledge was not compartmentalized. And one philosopher can talk across the sphere of knowledge, and that is mine. We thank God for creating people like you that can educate our children and continue to do your work. Well, because Mike is a very senior lawyer, so I know so many senior lawyers are here, both at the bar and the bench. So in such occasions, we only use such platforms to plead, especially those of us who are into the political environment, that the way things are going in this country, especially listening to the judgments being given regarding political cases, which Baba will not want to go in, but I can go in. We are beginning to see that democracy in Nigeria is like a cone that is being turned upside down. And if a cone, and you turn it upside down, and the top that's supposed to be big, even if it's little rounded, and you manage to stand it, it cannot be so stable. The slightest perturbation, it will fall. And when I listen to senior lawyers like Agbakoba, who was making comments on some Supreme Court judgments, I felt very sad that the country has gotten to that level. I plead that if democracy will endure, the people both at the back and the bench should not be carried away by political influence. That is the only way. And that is the only way we can stabilize the political process. I know the lawyers enjoy, immediately after election, the avalanche of litigation, because it's like Christmas for lawyers. But most countries don't go that way. People don't go to court. But in Nigeria, pre-election matters, election matters. Fill all the courts. And this does not give a good sign for democracy. Comparing Nigeria to other African countries and some more countries outside Africa that have been able to get involved in the electoral processes. So, to me, it worries me. In fact, towards the end of this month, I'll be going to Botswana. I want to go and see what others do. And you come back home and see what we do. It worries us. There is a particular judgment that has been haunting, and I need to mention that, luckily I'm not a lawyer, I'm saying that from a layman view, most very senior lawyers are here, that really turn the cone upside down. And if the courts don't really look into this and rectify it, it will create so much instability in the political system that it will affect all of us. Even those who claim to have succeeded, their victory song will not last long because we will all be victims. Where the courts say a ward chairman can expel a national chairman of a political party. This is not in line with natural justice. The law is to control human behavior, and human behavior must follow our God created systems. And you cannot tell me that the head of department, for example, in a university, can expel the vice chancellor. So how can the Nigerian law tell me that a ward chairman can expel a national officer of a political party? And since that judgment has been given, it has created all kinds of instability in the party. In fact, PDP is into crisis because of that judgment. APC at the time was also into crisis because of that judgment. And I'm not looking at it from a legal perspective because I don't know anything about the law. But when I look at how nature works, I have never seen a system where a sub-unit can discipline the top. For PDP exactly, of course, Papa knows, in the constitution of PDP, if you're a national officer, even your state cannot discipline you. Not talk about a ward officers that are not even members of NEC, the National Executive Council. And we are saying that a ward chairman of a party can suspend and expel a natural chairman of a political party. I'm pleading with the Supreme Court to review that their judgment. Because that judgment has turned the cone upside down. And the political processes, the democracy is wobbling. I don't want to go more, but let me just use this as an example. Papa, thank you for bringing me. Let me join you to congratulate Mike Ozakome, the wife, and the family for this 67th birthday celebration. And let me also, as a co-chair that I've been promoted to, thank all of you for coming to celebrate this family and celebrate this man that has made significant impact in the growth of Nigeria, especially his struggles for good governance and the political leadership. I thank you all.
Thank you. Nuisance Lele. Nuisance Lele.
If it is not for that coward, number one, there will never be anything called Bokwari, talk less of anything called thiefnubu. But he was a man that had all of the goodwill, squandered it, then cowardly negotiated for himself, his wife, not even his family, so to say, to be left out of anything that APC was planning for the rest of Nigeria. Today, he said something then that his ambition, no Nigerian's life is worth his ambition. Meaning, he wouldn't want to challenge the APC. At the time, despite all of the information at his disposal, Goodluck Jonathan was very much aware of the plots, the evil plots of APC towards Nigeria. As the president of Nigeria, Jonathan knew the terrorism relation of APC, the terrorism they were bringing upon Nigeria. He knew. But he said his ambition, his ambition is not worth the life of anyone. Today, more than 70,000 Nigerians have been killed by these terrorists. More than 10 million Nigerians have been displaced. And guess what? Over 150 million Nigerians have been dipped into an everlasting generational poverty. But he's enjoying his retirement, you will say. He is flying about all over Africa, conducting as an election observer. And he's enjoying his peace, you say. He's one of those who first embraced thiefnubu, the man that rigged an election that today Nigeria is bleeding. He's one of them. He's parading himself as elder statesman. As long as they don't go touch his own loot and that of his wife, Nigeria can burn. And the like of him can walk about and be saying, "Oh, Jonathan, oh, we miss you." Anyway, there is this saying in the league of all these criminal lawyers as well. Remember another one called Agbakoba. another one, another sand dust, I mean, sandpaper. He is currently championing a campaign. In fact, I don't know if he's involved in the legal case before the Supreme Court of Nigeria. They are challenging the legality of the EFCC. They say EFCC is illegal, according to Agbakoba.
Is whether the National Assembly can, merely because it's the National.
Remember, I call him Agbako, Abba. And if you listen to him, he kind of talks like that of a renomocry. Or is it just me? The way he talks is like he's talking like a renomocry.
Is whether the National Assembly can, merely because it's the National Assembly, create any monster. It can't. It's limited to the powers given to it, bestowed on it by the Constitution. And my point is that the National Assembly does not have power for some of the reasons you've given, but some of the reasons I have, and I have 10 of them, which I would not like to discuss, given the fact that the matter is in the Supreme Court. So I won't be accused of prejudging a matter that is before the court. But I think my dear friend Femi Falana has provided the perfect answer. By the way, the reason I went to the National Assembly is to say to them, you created this institution. So maybe it's time you also reviewed whether what you created is valid. And let me also do a bit of history on the National Assembly's creation of the EFCC. It was at a time that President Obasanjo was struggling very hard to get the Paris and London clubs right off our debts. And the Paris and London clubs said to Nigeria, well, you don't belong to the FATF, the Financial Action Task Force. And not to belong to it would hamper your request for, a loan review. So quickly, the EFCC Act is the fastest legislation ever passed in Nigeria in 2 days. I suspect very strongly that in the course of passing this legislation so fast, a lot of mistakes were made. And one of the mistakes is that the National Assembly exceeded its authority under Section 4 of the Constitution, which imbues it with the legislative powers. It exceeded its authority by several ways. Anyone who reads the Act will actually think that EFCC is the Nigerian police force, because that's what it does. So the one point that can be made is, could we have two police forces when the EFCC describes itself in the Act as a police force? But we know that there's only one police force in Nigeria, and that is the...
Then the senior advocate of nuisance, Agbakoba, was one of those who told you that and Abuja, you remember last year, they were those interpreting the Nigeria Constitution, the one that said that you must win 2/3 of the 36 states, and Abuja. Tinubu didn't win Abuja. But they are like, no, it's inconsequential. Abuja is, are you saying that Abuja is more important than other states? Are you saying, yeah, they are the ones? When what that simply means was that if you can't have that place, then the election is inconclusive. So what you would do is that you would have to go for a rerun. A rerun election means this time around, it's now going to be counted as the highest number of votes. They were the lawyers, Femi Falana too. They were the ones interpreting and Abuja. They were those who kind of gave them the leverage to say, Tinubu didn't have to win Abuja. Now they've set the precedents now. Because they said that those who crafted your criminal law in Nigeria, they never for once believed that an Igbo man will come and win an election and then, it will come win Abuja. How you want to do an Igbo man? That is not part of a major political parties. But Peter Obi went there and kind of demystified all of that. So they had to come together, went on TV. So yeah, he's talking about the EFCC now, that the act that put the EFCC together, because that's what they do. They go and look for the lacuna in anything. Because right now, about 14 states, they are at the Supreme Court of Nigeria challenging the establishment of EFCC. Because according to them, they said there is a part of that EFCC Act that says every state must sign to approve, as you know, like they must sign that they are part of the act that established EFCC. And these are the states where their governors supposedly should actually have been arrested, if not for immunity. Or their past governors are currently standing trial for corruption. So they are now at the Supreme Court and say, okay, if all of us that didn't sign and be part of that, can EFCC come and investigate us? Can EFCC arrest anybody in our state? Meanwhile, the point here is that EFCC is to go after every money that the federal government gives anyone. If the federal government shares money to the state and local governments, they have the right to go after that money and check how that money is spent. But they are fighting it and saying, since they didn't sign and be part of the bodies or the parties that signed the EFCC Act, EFCC cannot investigate them. Guess the state that is leading the charge. Kogi State, Ogun State, Lagos State, Anambra, Niger, Katsina, Kaduna, Kano, Bayelsa, Rivers. About 14 states, they are challenging the EFCC Act. And I bet you, Agbakoba possibly is one of the lawyers arguing it out in the... That's why he has gone to the National Assembly to challenge it, to go and speak to the senators and all of them. He's on TV doing that now, explaining to people that EFCC is illegal. It shouldn't even exist. They are looking for the lacuna, okay, so that they can protect the looters, the state governors. In Abia state of Alexoti, they want to buy cars. They want to renovate government houses with billions of naira. In Bayelsa, they want to use 700 million naira to buy 50 torchlights. You know those, flashlights. Hey, stop there. And walkie-talkie. 100 walkie-talkies. And 50 searchlights for 700 million. They want to use 14.9 billion naira to renovate government house in Akwa Ibom. They want to use 4-point-something billion naira to renovate government house in Imo State. All this money, they are money that they will deduct from the federal allocation and all of that. Sometimes they will borrow the money. 700 million naira to buy torchlights for 700 million naira. They want to buy cars. All those state governors, bunch of criminals, but they have lawyers that will help them make sure that EFCC will not come after them. That is why I was like, imagine Showore is your president.
My name is Omoyele Showore. I'm the presidential candidate of the African Action Congress. And I'm going to be the president of Nigeria come after February 2023. So you all better be careful. I want to say here, and it's very important to me, that I observed one of the most peaceful elections in Nigeria in 1993. And we allowed that election to stand. We will not be signing a peace agreement today. Because that you are signing a peace agreement in Nigeria shows that elections have become war in Nigeria. This is the only country in the world where you sign a peace agreement during an election season as if we are at war. But that is what our elders did to Nigeria. And I think next time we should sign a peace agreement with the elders who are instigating violence in this country, or have them sign peace agreements between themselves. Because peace is not breached by poor people. Poor people suffer the consequences of violence. When you look at elections, the people that suffer the most are those poor women and men. And when there's a breakdown in law and order in Nigeria, every rich man politically connected gets enough police protection, and they're able to get on the jet and leave Nigeria at the slightest provocation. This is where we are. And I should also say that some of the people that instigators of violence during the election are not in this hall. They are the vassal representatives of some of the men and women in this hall. They are state governors in particular. You need to get them to sign the peace accord. There are some of them as the most violent and virulent people in Nigeria. They demonstrated it in Kogi State. A woman was burnt alive in her house. Until today, the killers of those women or that woman have not been fished out in Nigeria. In Kano, there is someone campaigning that if they don't win the election, they will kill everybody in Kano. In Borno State, it's the same thing. You go to Lagos, where the APC holds swear, you cannot paste a poster if it's not Bola Ahmed Asiwaju's poster in Lagos. I just came back from Lagos. They have a team that tears anybody's poster that is not their candidate's poster. You cannot even pay for your poster or banner to be hosted in Lagos. They have a bureaucracy in place that makes it impossible for you to do. How can there be peace in a country where there's no justice? We keep lying to ourselves all the time. I also want to say that for the rest of us, as you have treated us today, because we don't have resources and we don't have powerful connections, we don't have access to state resources. Most of the other candidates use and abuse state resources. They have governors who just dip their hands into their state treasury and use them to fund their candidate activities, and nobody is challenging them. Once in a while, when they want to tickle our fancy, the EFCC comes around to play at the playground of the political parties. Two political parties are particularly very notorious for this. They buy votes, both at their primaries and in the final election. And how do you compete with these people? If elections are supposed to be about justice and bringing about great leadership and bringing about peace and development, how could great people win elections in a country where terrible people control all the resources of your country? That's another issue for another day. The other part is the media. And I should say this because I'm a media practitioner too, that they have shut several of us out. Also, I will accuse the media of Asiwaju. They have never interviewed me in this election. That is the TVC News. They have blacklisted some of us. But they are supposed to be a public media that should address, that should attend to everybody. And the last thing I will say are security agencies. Just like someone mentioned, the security agencies have allegiance and loyalty to just a few people. That's the truth. I was almost run out of the road in Ibadan just yesterday because Atiku was in Ibadan to campaign. I was also there to campaign, but I had one car. Atiku had over 40. And I had no police. Atiku had over 500 policemen attached to him. I sent a letter to the police today to provide me police protection. I'm going to Benue tomorrow. They said I should drop the thing on Monday. How do I get police on Monday when I'm going to Benue tomorrow? I submitted to my friend who represented the IG. I will just say finally that nobody should lose hope in this hall, especially those of us who are the receiving end of the injustices in this country. One day, the table will turn. Thank you very much. I'm the presidential candidate.
Wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ bí ọ̀rọ̀ epo àwọn á di 200 á di 5. Ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀, a máa gbé wálẹ̀. Ẹ lọ fọkàn balẹ̀, ẹ lọ fọkàn balẹ̀.
So imagine if Showore is your president. Just imagine. I was with my friend today, and we were talking about how hopeless Nigeria is. And I was like, even if anybody comes in and try to change things, how things are being done, Nigeria is a place where, yes, some people will run away. But it's so terrible that the person next to you, the person that is so next to you will be your vice, that you are doing things together, Abi. That person will wait for you. If you decide to hand over power to him, he will wait for you to say goodbye, bye-bye, see you later, and he can turn everything all around. And he mentioned Showore. He said, no, we are talking about institutions, powerful institutions that will make it impossible for individuals to change what has been changed. You get what I mean? I was like, I almost agree with him, but I was like, Baba, we are talking about Nigeria, please. Well, we didn't have a conclusion on that, right? It is an unreal place that some of us believe that it should be what? It should be cut to size, segmented, make everybody day in day. Here, you know, where this part won't be able to use their bad behavior to influence this part, and this part will not kind of use their own bad influence to influence that part, as Nigeria is known and all that.
Officer of the law, officer of the law, officer of the law. What on, sir? I'm a man get change. This is 200. This is 300. 200. How much do you get? 1,000 I give you now. How much do you get? 200. 400. 500. 600. 700. 800. No. I go settle plenty na just I dey go. I beg. Now the one where they cause quarrel between me and una be that. No. I dey serious. I beg, no vex. I dey very. I beg, no vex. Officer of the law.
Officer. I get many people to say to I beg, give me my change. I beg, officer, I beg. Nigeria. An irredeemable. Oh, leave that one. Do you know that there is a case currently against the coastal road that Tinubu and Devulumayi awarded last year? Remember that from the blues, Tinubu said he is doing a coastal road from Lagos to Calabar, 700-kilometer coastal road. There was no bidding. There is no competition from any other companies. They said it's going to be a PPP, public-private partnership, which means a company is coming to build the road. Government is just going to clear the way for them. So this company already have the money to build the road, and they are going to put toll gates so that they can recoup their money. But when Tinubu decided to award it, he gave it to his friend, Gilbert Shaguri, for 15 trillion naira, equivalent of a $12 billion. There was no budgetary allocation for it, or budgetary provision for it. There was no proper bidding. There was no tender. What they usually do is that such projects, they will put it on the tender board for anybody interested. Then you put in your bid and say, you know what, we will build this road for 20 trillion. Our money. We'll go and borrow money to build it. Okay? But we are going to run it for 15 years to raise our money. Oh, no, we will build it for 14 trillion. And we are not doing 20 years. We'll do it for 10 years to recoup our money. That's what is called bidding. Nigeria was not supposed to pay a dime. But Tinubu came in. He awarded it. No bidding, no nothing. No provision in the budget, no money. To say at this 2024, we are going to spend 5 trillion naira on coastal road. We are going to spend 10 trillion naira on other road. Nothing. They just announced it. High-tech construction of Gilbert Shaguri, of Shaguri, a wanted terror sponsor, a wanted, you know that Shaguri is a wanted fraudster too. Yeah, he's an international criminal. Along. That's how I don't. That's why he's thiefnubu's confidant. The Ministry of Works in Nigeria, led by Devulumayi, awarded the contract straight up and added 1.1 trillion naira cash and gave it to Shaguri. The next thing, they went straight to Lagos and started demolishing people's properties and claiming people's land. You know the story. So one lawyer now went to court. One lawyer now used the Freedom of Information Act to demand for the details. Give us the details of this, your coastal road. How you arrived at awarding it, how much is it that this road is going to cost, where and where is it going to pass, blah, blah, details. Devulumayi denied that information. You are using the public fund to build this project. It's a public project now. It's not even PPP. This is Nigeria want to fund this now. And Nigerians deserve to know the details of it. It should be public. No, it can't be public. Because that is how Tinubu run Lagos, and they are running Lagos. You just hear that they've awarded the contract to this and that. No bidding, no nothing. Nothing public. Everything shredded in secrecy. Shebi una talk say in build Lagos, may come build Nigeria. So that's what they are doing. They went and used Lagos state name to borrow 50 billion naira. 50 billion naira to start a mass transit project called BRT, Bus Rapid Transport. It's called Bus Rapid Transport. Lagos State Government projects. They use Lagos State name to borrow 50 billion naira. Today, BRT is not owned by Lagos. It is owned by Primero, a private company, owned by somebody related to Tinubu. But the money they used to start BRT in Lagos was a borrowed money in the name of Lagos State government. The loan that is being paid back by the Lagos State taxpayers till tomorrow. So, Coastal Road, that they will use Nigeria money to build, if they ever build it will be owned by Shaguri. Yeah, it will be their own, and them get them. And they can take tax. So they can take toll gates on that road. If they ever build it, they will begin to take toll fee on it. Which money goes straight to them. Somebody is asking for the details. You know what happened? The guy decided to go to court. You want to use public money to build this? We want to know what you want. We want to know the details. No. Do you know something? Devulumayi has now hired six senior advocate of nuisance to stop that lawyer from accessing that detail he's asking for. What are you hiding? You want to build a road. You have announced it. Give us the details of it. No, we can't give you. Why? No, we can't. Now they've hired 6 hands to stop that lawyer from getting access to that detail. I don't know if you know about that. Do you know? Okay. I just told you now. Do you know how much it costs to hire one son? Before the crash of Nigeria Naira, you need between 10 million naira to hire a son. And for every appearance in court, a son will collect 10 million naira. 10 million naira. Do you know how much Tinubu spent on this his court case, his election case? Do you know how much he spent? Do you? No. Okay, I'll tell you. Don't worry. All the lawyers from the tribunal, Abia appeal court to Supreme Court, Tinubu paid over 31 billion naira. Because for a son to appear in your case in Nigeria, it starts from 10 million. It is the cheapest. 15 million, 20 million appearance. And if they have to appear, imagine if you now have to hire 6 of them. That is what Devulumaye is doing right now. Something that you can just publish and say, okay, take it. This is what we want to do. He said, no, we can't give you the details of this contract. We can't give you details of this project. Why? No, we can't. It's for national security. Because thiefnubu won't use them as a conduit pipe. Nigeria will escape. I promise you that. Here is what Obi himself said at Ozekome's birthday yesterday.
The chairman of the occasion and our own dear daddy, President Obasanjo, the co-chair, President Jonathan, and Dame Jonathan, let me very respectfully stand on all due and existing protocols. As directed by Governor Jang, my senior brother, let me most sincerely congratulate Professor Mike Ozokema today as he celebrates his 67th birthday. I use the occasion to urge him not to relent in your effort and contribution in building a better society. As society, our country today needs effort of all, so we do not bequeath our children anarchy and a third place. So, Michael Zuckerman, I urge you to continue in your contribution and urge all of us to do similar. May God Almighty, who has been with you all this while, and seeing your goodness, continue to bless you, grant you many more healthy, fruitful, and happy years, and continue to bless you and your family and our dear country, Nigeria, always. Thank you, and God bless all of you.
I don't read social media anymore. They abuse the hell out of me. If I read it, I get high blood pressure. I get angry. I don't read it. So, if I want to hear anything, my children or any of my workers will tell me, this one say this one. If I'm tired, I say, please, forget it. If we lend ourselves to innovation, we can create wonders. Here is a successful, again, a town hall, different from Bulaba. If we reduce the purchasing power of the people, we can further slow down the economy. Let's widen the tax net. Those who are not paying now, if it is inclusive of Bola Tinubu, let the net get bigger and we take in more taxes, and that is what we must do in the...
Yes, and that is what they are doing. Finally, the proposed next governor of Lagos State, who is currently called Wahab Wule, has shared with us today the latest demolitions of those they said built on drainages in Lagos, but not without the tie picking up those they call the homeless, squatters, or miscreants in that same Lagos, all in one video. Watch. And on that note, we come to the end of the first part of this chat this evening. Thank you very much. At Godson, thanks so much for that, your super chat. Jefferson, thanks so much for the coffee as well. So everyone else who has been part of this chat or this session this evening, thank you too. So we're going to take calls. Yeah, you know, it's the ritual. So we have to take calls where other people can actually share their own personal views too, either on what we have already discussed or what I have shared, or something entirely different. If you have to leave for some reason, yeah, you can. Just remember to like the broadcast, okay? Like it, share it, and possibly subscribe onto my channel if you haven't done that already. I will be back in a minute or two, and the line is going to be opened right away. And you can be part of the next chat in the next few minutes. Thank you so much, everyone. I will be back. Thank you. I know the African Wahala, like your work rates. God bless you, bro. Right? Thank you so much, everyone, for your support. And indeed, we are almost at 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Unfortunately, I have over 500,000 subscribers or followers on Facebook, but I have been so shadow banned that see, when we have like 2,000 people watching Mayegun's Diary Political on Facebook, sometimes 3,000, 2,005, 2,000 this and that, like on a regular basis, right? The reason why you're liking the video or the broadcast on YouTube, the count is so low. You have over 2,000 people watching, or only 500 or 600 people have actually liked it. It's because many of you are not really subscribers. Also, a lot of us need to know that even if your email is Yahoo email, you don't even have to have a Gmail account. You need, how do you think you have that name? If you're able to comment on Mayegun's Diary Political on YouTube, that means you have a YouTube account. That is all it takes. So if you have a YouTube account, you can like the broadcast. You can actually really like it and it will stay on. But if you don't log in or sign in on that device you are using to watch Mayegun, okay, your like won't show. Yeah, it won't show, it won't count per se. So I understand that a lot of people actually, they do like the broadcast. But if you are not signed in on that device, on that your phone, or you are liking it on your TV, some of you just like it on your TV. You get the remote control and you move the cursor and just like it. But it won't count. So maybe you should use that, the one you are using to comment. Because your comments are showing up, right? Anyway, thank you, Sha, for the effort, okay? Thanks so much. So, yeah, we are just about 496 subscribers away from 100,000. I was offered, people do that, right? I was offered to, promote the page, the channel, and within maybe 3 months, I could get the channel up to like 400,000 subscribers, 500,000. And that's not organic to me. I want people to come across my channel, fall in love with the channel and the message, right? Become a member of the temple so that we have a connection. But maybe I should go and do that, because maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. So it will cost me money to do that. And I would have done that a while back. But I always wanted to keep everything organic. You like me today, you may not like me tomorrow. So you can take it back. That is why we have been like struggling and slow before we get to 100,000. 100,000 shouldn't be anything. Mayegun's Diary Political should be having like 1 million subscribers. But what's the essence? When you have 1 million subscribers and half of them or maybe 2/3 of them don't even have any connection to you. They're just there, just a number. Okay, but anyway, we have a first caller. Hello there.
Hello, sir. The General.
Yes, sir. That's the Pulapenga. So I'm in there.
This is Pulapenga.
Africa Wala is saying that I should do it. Are you sure? I just feel like it's just going to attract probably almost unneeded people who have no real thing with us. Okay, maybe I will do it. I've been given that what it takes. Okay, would you like they call it SEOs or something? Like just get it to 500,000, get it to 1 million this. It's going to make me a lot of money, though. Yeah, I'm going to make so much money, which means the views are going to always be like, but it really won't make. Okay, I think right. All right. Anyway, I'll think about it. Hello there.
The General.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir.
How are you this evening, Baba?
Yeah, I'm doing great. How are you, sir, and the family?
I'm still here, man. Like doing my usual. Can't complain. Thank you so much for asking.
I hope your family is fine, right? I hope so.
Well, we thank God, though. How is yours? How is your family?
Fine. Thank God.
Grand.
Yeah, I want to just contribute on a concerning the criminal from Abia State. Yeah, the one from Abia State.
Oh, Orji Uzor Kalu.
Yeah,
go on.
So you can imagine. Okay, you can imagine on Arizo, there was a breakdown about his salary, 14 million naira a month. I don't know.
I even lied about that. Well, he thought he could just
he
say
lied
that to us as if to say 14 million. Somebody is earning 14 million.
Yeah, we know.
In Nigeria, man.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, So there was a breakdown. That 14 million, it was complained that it's too small. And we know that each of them go home with about 50 million naira or
55
more.
of the senators.
So, yes, so even that 14 million naira, if you divide.
Oh, we always have problem with that connection from this part of the world. The UAE.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me, sir?
We can, yes. Go on.
Yeah, I said, yeah, the 40 million naira divided to 146, 150, 160 people, it will become 83,000 naira every month. But Tinubu is yet to pay 70,000 naira minimum wages. But he's complaining that 14 million naira is too small for him alone. But that if he share it to 160 people, it will go 83,000 naira every month. It at least will be enough for 160 people to earn every month. But Nigerian senators goes home with 55 million naira.
It is like taking a piece.
His money
it's just taking a piece.
He said that his money is too small. It's not enough for him. He will buy fuel. He will do this. He will do that. 40 million naira just for one person.
Yeah. In the poorest,
people have no love.
The poorest,
they have no love. They have no love.
Yeah.
They have no love for Nigeria. They have no love for Nigeria.
No, they don't.
I'm telling you, sir.
No.
They have no love. 40 million naira to 160 people is every month they will be happy. They will go home with 83K. These are family with kids. But he said it's too small for him alone. When I saw that news on Arizo, I was like, I said, wow. I said that my day was just spoiled. My day was spoiled. I'm telling you. So thank you for what you keep doing. Thank you for keep exposing these people. You keep on exposing them years to year. I pray for more strength.
Thank you so much.
Pulapenga,
you have a wonderful evening over there, okay? A good one.
Thank you.
I mean, there's no way you won't get angry. If you take a look at the sense of the insensitivity, so to say, the insensitivity of these guys, it's so kind of like annoying. But people don't tend to be so angry enough, and therefore they can get away with anything. Hello there. Hello.
Hello, my good general.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm fine, my brother, and yours?
I am very well. Thank you. Please.
Yeah, thank you for your updating us. you are following to give us more morale to fight in that country, because nothing, everything, everything
that can offer. Sure, you get. Say,
yeah, you are trying your best.
Money and gold I do not have, but information
yes
I do, which is what I hear all the time.
And that is the power. That is the power. It's the power. Information is the power.
Yes, sir.
It's the power. There is power. It's the person that you give the information to him to utilize the information you give. That's the only thing. You are trying your best. So information, when you have information, you work on the information. But our people, nothing is going because of the people, the government. That's why they have captured the state. Now they are making everybody to be poor, so they can feed them, give them rice, give them gari, bread. People fighting for bread. This is what they are doing. This is state capture. This is what they are doing. Nothing again. That's what they are doing. You see that criminal, that Uzor Kalu. You know that man is where in Bele first. That's where he first. He's a criminal. We know him. He's a criminal.
I mean,
he's a criminal, big criminal.
Ordinary 300-meter road, you can't even finish it. You collect
which billionaire? The money where you thief. What just Kalu? Have Uzor Kalu work in life? Uzor Kalu finish. He finished in secondary school in Ngwa High School. Also, Uzor Kalu never attend university, but all the degree he buy it in non-Nigerian level. I know him. He buy all the degree in Meduguri. That's the only thing. He have never worked in life. He's a criminal. He's a mother. A mother introduced him to IPB when IPB was in power. This is how he's among the looter. He's among the people that they used to loot the money. That's nothing again. This is where he pick up. Nothing again. He was governor in Abia State. 8 years, do nothing. When he was coming, he tell Abia State, I have money. I have my budget is more than Abia State budget.
We don't need
yes, this is the way all of them coming.
Governor. I remember.
Mama is the governor. The people, all the commissioners, everybody go to Mama house.
If your mama talks, say your job don't finish.
Not only to kneel down, to peel the goosey, to peel the goosey where the woman go take cook. I have been there because I have one of our uncle. He work with them. This is the man that used to sell land for them. All the land they capture. The man used to sell the land. They turn the money to the mother. I have a brother. I have been there. I have been there several times. I know his mother. I know his mother. The mother was first lady, not in wife, not that late wife, Ifoma. Ifoma have never enjoyed Orji Uzor Kalu even a single day. The wife never enjoyed the man even a single day. If the woman come back to Nigeria, the woman will get mental issue. He will go back to America. That's why the woman live all her life in America and die and buried in America. The mother was controlling Orji Uzor Kalu. He belonged with his mother, the same society, everything. These people are evil people. You know Orji Uzor Kalu father divorced his mother. He never divorced his mother because of the attitude of the mother.
Never.
No, the papa is still alive. The father selling. The father used to say, "What hanger they take put shirt in Abba until today." The man married another wife. He never lived with Mama Orji Uzor. He abandoned Orji Uzor Kalu. He saw recent Orji Uzor Kalu tried to go to see the man. The man abandoned them because of their character. These people are criminal. The man never want to see Orji Uzor Kalu with his mother. I know him. He's a criminal. The man have nothing to offer. He's just a criminal. The people that follow them is the people that criminal like them. Yes, Africa who knew something from them. Orji Uzor Kalu is the attitude is the worst. He have the bad character. He's a criminal. Nothing he have to offer. He's a criminal. He just ringing himself every time to come to Senate to cover all his hands. That's what they are doing. Nothing again. These people have nothing to do. If Nigeria is a country where the revolution will take, these kind of people, nobody's supposed to see them again in life. It's a criminal. That slot line, it just open slot line, open slot airline. Those things is the way. This is the way they take laundry money.
Like today.
Tell me now. This is where they launder all the money. All of them are money laundering. Nothing again. You go to
exactly.
Yes. Nothing again. When you go to the Republic now,
give us the name of those factories, please.
Tell us now.
Give us the name of the factories.
Tell us. Tell us the names.
No.
Nothing. These people are criminals. They are money launderers. Nothing they can do. They never work their life. They are just artificial. Use 10 Nigerians and have so something. If you go to the Republic, you criminally have the Republic. This is where him all the money. You keep big money in the Republic. Their money, the country using their money to use their money
to manage
to increase the economy of the country. When Nigeria is suffering, he have a lot of money in the Republic. If you remove money in the Benin Republic, the country will shake. I tell you true. This is where they keep these monies. The man have the highest money. Benin Republic government respect him. Every regime, when they come, they respect him. He's a criminal. He's a common criminal. He have nothing to offer.
So he has places to run to. Then, if Nigeria won't catch him,
yes,
he will just run away to.
Yeah, this is where he have the. This is where he have the highest investment in Africa. Is Benin Republic. Yes, that slot line. That slot line. He have like warehouse where he used to camouflage people. He used to import something. Come there. Yeah. He's a criminal. He's a big criminal. He have a big estate in the Republic where he will tell you, I importing goods, import not, he export not, he's a criminal. These people are money launderers, all of them. This is what they are doing, nothing again. IPP corrupt that system that involve all the young people, all the millionaires you're hearing today is IPP boys.
Now,
let me tell you the truth. This is the money launderers.
You get one for my own
area. Money launderers.
Smart guy.
Yes.
He's the owner of
all of them.
Mike Adenuga.
Yes.
Mike Adenuga.
All of them.
So what they did is that they create businesses to look legit. Here you get, but
yes.
the older guys now, most of them are older now, like Uzor Kalu himself.
Yeah, they are older guys now, yes.
They were in their 30s. When Babangida was
yes.
they were in their 30s.
Yes, them laundering all the money.
And now?
Yes. If we come to the history of Nigeria, no millionaire, no Nigeria never have any billionaire. All of them are criminals. They are money laundering.
Yes,
don't contain yourself. All of them are money launderers. Nobody have do legit business. A businessman that will stand. Nobody in Nigeria will stand. Tell you, see where I started. All of them are money launderers. All of them involved. Yes, I know all of them. Don't mind the criminals, my brother. Thank you very much.
God bless you, Marcy. You have a good one, Nice one. So my line is still very much open. Like I said, you can react to what has been said, or you can just tell us something that you have right in your mind, on your mind, that you've always wanted to let out. Okay, it could be your chance this evening. And also, I'm gonna. This so that we don't have any backlog. That is clogging the line for use. Okay, so I usually say this all the time, that when you take a look at the Nigerian rich people, most of them, all these our uncles here and there in that contraption that are just stupendously rich. You will see that a lot of them didn't really create anything. Like you can say, okay, except some that will tell you that I am a trader. I was given a license. Some, they were given licenses to be the sole importer of this or that. It's not because they had any money. But somehow, they had a connection with those in government at the time. And they did all this importation, that, and boom, they turned to billionaires. Right? Rather than then recreate that wealth, recreate it within Nigeria. No. Most of them just stick to that line. I mean, why are you creating something that you can easily just, continue to make that easy money? So when another government comes or another policy comes on, some of them just get kicked off at that billionaires table. And you just see that, this person has so much money. He's into importation of building materials. I say, okay, importation of building materials. Why didn't you just build a factory that is manufacturing that building materials? No, it's more convenient that way. So they've been given that license enough that they have been given import waivers. Man, the corruption in Nigeria, And that's why some people say that Nigerian billionaires can't really fight government because your uncles can't fight government because their money is linked to that of people in government. Hello there. Hello.
Hey, hello, Mr. Mayegun.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Good. I'm calling from New York. I'm a silent listener of your program. I've been listening for like almost 5 years now.
Oh my God.
So
thank you.
Yeah.
Finally, the silent watchers, the silent viewers decided to kind of come out today and add your voice. It's a pleasure, though. Thanks so much for joining us.
Because what you play like about Tinubu is manifesto, just like some kind of manifesto, right?
Yes, sir.
You see, we shouldn't expect a big deal from what he's doing because he already said he wanted what he wanted to do, and increase the widen the nice
tax rates,
reduce
their purchasing power.
Yes, all those things. That is what he's doing. And it was so embarrassing because most people that follow him, they were applauding him, not knowing that this is how he's going to get to them. And now we all see
some of them are so shocked that I am even shocked that they are shocked. You get us? Yeah. As young as I am, right? I kind of have an experience of thiefnubu's tenure and all that. We all know that he almost removed Fashola. That one that came, that started doing something that is really visible in Lagos. That they felt like Fashola was going to outshine him and is not releasing enough money to him. We witnessed that, that they had to beg him seriously to let Fashola do second term. So now the people are now claiming that Tinubu built Lagos and all of that. I'm like, what are you expecting? Why are you so surprised today? What you are seeing in Nigeria today? Why are you surprised? We saw that. But yeah. They are shocking us.
Say thank you for all your effort. I listen to you every time. Whenever sometimes to contribute, I do what I can do. So yeah, God is going to strengthen you. It's not an easy job. Every day. Sometimes when I don't hear you, at least for here it's about 3 o'clock that you start, right?
Yes, sir. And it's almost 6 o'clock now, isn't it?
Yes. So I always try to listen, even if I miss it due to one reason or the other. I go back and listen. So God come to crown your effort, and I pray that that's what you can do. That I don't expect anything good from these people because it's just what it is. And
it's unfortunate that our people have to go through this again. It's sad. After 8 years of glory, people have to go through this again.
If you are saying that we are not affected, I must tell you, those of us that are here too, we have families members. The call is just, so outrageous, like what is going on. But you can close your eyes and just say because you are here and that's it.
You can't.
So those of us are here, we are also affected. We are affected, and that's the prayer that we just see that these people, God will just intervene in that nation. And most of us we want to go back home too. I mean, after a while.
Nobody wants to be here forever. I don't want to be here forever. But with the way they are already doing it, I mean, it's sad, Baba. But yeah, let's hope that at some point people will get to see and identify who their real enemies are, and maybe they will have whatever is left in them to push back, fight back fully. Thank you so much.
Good job, okay?
Thank you, sir. You have a good one, okay? Bless you. Indeed. Some of us in the diaspora who probably will say, I am not affected. You may be sounding like you are not affected. You are not telling yourselves the truth. I'm in the UK. I'm not. Yes, you are not directly affected. But we have family members, people we actually cared for and loved. Imagine people that never really used to ask you for anything. I'm talking about people that you can actually ask them to do something for you and you take care of them later. Today, they are now the ones on your phone every now and then. That too should send you a message and say, man, he's coming home. He's closer to home than ever. So if you are still living in denial, well, time shall tell. Here is another caller. Hello there.
Hello, Maegu.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm okay, Maegu.
Yes, sir.
Maegu, you see, this Maegu Diary has become an institution.
Thank you.
It's become a place of learning.
Thank you.
Maegu Diary has become a place where nobody can become somebody with the informations we get from this platform. And for those of us who have been following you right from the kitchen now to the studio, and the message is getting deeper, and people are listening. Now, my question is this: for our people who are already in that contraption, trapped, who are looking for a way of survival. I'm sorry, I'm digressing from the message.
I'm following you for every part of the way. Please keep going.
Okay. For our people who are in that contraption, trapped, now, what are we suggesting? Apart from, we get the message, we've known that our people are, it's most times it's difficult for them to react. They will only react by, you understand, but the normal reaction as in to demonstrate, as in to go out on the street, they have made it impossible for our people to come out. I know one day they will, but my question is this, and I hope the House will also listen and contribute.
Right.
What do we expect our people to do, at least for survivor for now? One, for example, I am thinking, it's a question, but I'm thinking as well,
Go on, sir.
If our people can go, is going into farming. Yes, we know about how they destroy our farms and all that, but can going into farming this time, can it help our people? This is my question, and I want if any other person can.
I'll tell you this. It won't change anything. People are doing their bits. Okay, a lot of people are still farming despite all this insecurity. The problem there is this: Nigeria has reached a very, very dangerous and critical stage of food sustainability. You see, what needed to be done, something that could possibly have made a bit of a change last year, if not that Tinubu and his gang successfully compromised institutions. What Nigeria needed, because I want to kind of speak freely now, okay, without our normal position that let it burn, okay? Like I'm saying, that what Nigeria truly needed at the time was a bit of a plug into the hemorrhage. Nigeria was hemorrhaging so fast enough that the farms were being overrun by different terror group, right?
That's correct.
The supposed economy where jobs have been created, they were all shutting down. So all that, then the criminals in charge of the country, they were looting unabated. Like it was like the money was going out of circulation. So what Nigeria needed that last year was a plug, not a miracle or any saint to come and change anything per se. A plug to first stop, number one, incessant borrowing. Number two, the advancement of this terrorist overrunning farms. If that could have stopped, then Nigeria would have started something called a rebound and a rebuilding process where those who have already been chased out of farms will begin to start going back. Nigeria won't automatically begin to have food. But it simply means that, that hemorrhaging has been plugged and a rebuilding process has begun. Okay? So the level at which they were looting has also stopped to some extent. Then you can begin to see a bit of a comeback. So, but because Tinubu and gang took charge, okay, instead of having it plugged, okay, it just went out of the window. So that people want to go back and farm or something won't change anything. In fact, that somebody want to maybe create a little job here and there will not change anything because the hemorrhaging is still continuing. Policies that destroy businesses, they are still being rolled out every now and then. Here you get.
That's correct.
So what needed to be done is that flogging still has to be done. Somebody will still have to kind of, not somebody, people will still have to kind of stop these guys. If no one is stopping them, right, there is no amount of effort that can save our people anymore. Yeah, some might go back to farm, grow this or that, but it can only feed few. You see, every day more and more people are falling into that basket of lack.
Yeah, falling back.
You know what I mean? So except somebody kind of like stop them. If Tinubu wakes up tomorrow and decided to say, you know what, we are going to actually genuinely, for example, we are going to give, this is me and you talking freely now, okay? Let's say Tinubu says, we are going to give Dangote, I'm using this now, we want to give Dangote 10 million barrels of crude oil. And we don't give them about the international price of it. You, Dangote, we'll give you this crude oil at $20 per barrel. Okay? And we want you to refine it. We want to sell this crude oil, diesel, oil, and all the other thing that comes out of it. Okay? We want to sell, especially petrol, we want to sell it for 300 naira per liter. I'm not even saying they should go back to 180 something anymore. Just say 300. And you, Dangote, we need you to give us at least 50 million liters every day for the next 6 months, which means we can stabilize whatever the price is. You see, automatically, right? The price of goods and services will just slightly
commodities will come down immediately. That's correct.
Again, you now kind of say, you, the military, I'm giving you 6 months mandate. All the areas occupied by these terrorists that we are lying to people that have been cleared, I want them cleared. And I really want genuinely people to return back to their homes, to their farms. This is like a mandate now. Say, whatever it's going to take, whatever it's going to take. I want people back to their homes. I want people back to their villages. Now, I'm talking about genuinely now. Okay?
Genuinely,
so you push the terrorists back. And there's a 6 month, straight 6 month peace. You see, once the food prices crash, every other thing will follow later. Then the consistency of that, for another 6 months, another 1 year, 2 years, Nigeria can begin to rebound back. People will begin to come back. Food. Every other thing can begin to kind of follow, except for that, there is no miracle from anywhere. You know what I mean? Even if we gather money and give it to people to go back to farm, it cannot, under these circumstances, right? It cannot actually grow what will feed millions that have been pushed into a very terrible place, Baba. They've devalued Nigeria currency. That simply means that even if you earn money, right? If you earn any money in Nigeria now, you've already lost over 80% of that money.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you get what I mean now? So let's say somebody pays 500,000 naira. Then your 500,000 naira can barely buy you 4 bags of rice. What is that? Devaluation.
Imagine.
So there's no devaluation is much. It's red.
I saw one of their posts you made in one of your posts. Yes, on Facebook. This guy was buying about 800 bags of granuts for 2 point something million. Yes. But now the same amount, he uses it to buy 40 bags.
Do you see the difference? Because people are not growing the granite anymore.
Man, this is terrible.
The money is devalued. Nobody is growing the granite anymore. Even those who are growing it, the amount of transporting the granite is out of the world. So where do you want to start?
This is terrible. This is terrible. We are done for. But whichever way,
so
what do we do?
And say, okay, what about the solution? I said, these people knows what they are doing. They intentionally put people in this position, this condition.
Yes.
All these things happening is intentional. So if you what do you think should be done? I just told you now. Do you think what I said now is not possible?
No, what you said is you are talking about 6 months. What you say is possible.
I said give it time like that, you'll begin to see the difference. So
in less than 6 months, everything will just turn up and down because we have the oil. Not that even if they have given everything out. You know,
So
we
nobody
know.
is asking for anybody to come and do miracle. What I just said right now is practical.
Man,
if they want to do it, but they don't want to. No. But they are charging people in dollars to import something into Nigeria. Is that not intentional?
That is intentional, my ego. That's intentional.
The money we use, people are telling me that the money they use to clear 20, 40-foot containers is what they are now using to clear 5.
Exactly, because
so if the end users.
And just imagine how terrible and wicked these people are. These people, even when the money comes to their, they just squander the money. The money don't even make it to the federal. They just share the money. Man, it's terrible. My good Harry, it's nice talking with you, and thank you. So and just keep it up. Mind you, you become hope for the hopeless. So. Listening to you, hearing your voice, takes away.
Too, man. Honestly.
You understand depression and all that. God bless you, sir.
Amen, and you too. Thank you so much. Okay, for calling in. Okay, you have a good one, sir. Yes, sir. So, I mean, let me say I can't sit down here and be telling you what I think should be done, but I will be wasting my time giving you ideas that we all know nobody is going to use. They want you to remain poor. They want to make it look like it's impossible to change these things. Your life can be changed in 6 months. All these stories of Nigeria don't spoil. Nigeria don't. It's because those who spoiled it are the ones still kind of telling you they want to fix it. You are going to deny them a lot of things. They will deny themselves a lot of things. So they don't want to do that. So I'm not going to come here every evening and begin to say, I will be fooling myself. That's why I would rather tell you more why Nigeria is not working, why it will never work. So if you are deluding yourself that maybe we should be advising these criminals who are intentionally destroying Nigeria, destroying you, then my platform is not for you. Nobody say we don't know what should be done. 6 months, they can change Nigeria, but they won't. That's the point. So what do? Break it up and let everybody go their separate ways. MOG.
Good evening, bro.
Good evening to you, sir. How are you?
Fine, and you?
I'm very
as I keep on saying, I said you have said your own. So many of us has listened. We've listened, we've understand it, and we have nothing to do about it anymore. The way it's going now, I think that these people are from the pit of hell, if there is hell. Honestly. Because today I was talking to my friend. I told my friend during Jonathan spent 6 years. Any child that was born 6 years when Jonathan was there, 6 years he's still in kindergarten. Then Buhari came in 2015, spent 8 years. The child is now 14 years, and
Tinubu 16 years now. That's it.
That's what I'm coming. And Tinubu came in, and with Buhari system, the guy had nothing. He never knew anything good. He doesn't know what street light is all about. He never tested any good food, complete food, like the way we grew up with. My mother can cook vegetable soup with a lot of rich inside. He never tested it. And Buhari came in, people are now picking. Tinubu came in, people are now picking things at the dustbin. Tinubu. And that child is almost 16 years. And 16 years, we know, is already an adult. 16 years is already an adult. He's no more, he's now semi-minor. Yeah, because 16 years, during our time, 16 years is an SS1. The next 15 years or 17 years, he will write his WAEC. 18, 19 years, he's already in university. So he can make decision. And with this kind of government, till now, that child are born into suffering. And what do you expect him to be? A criminal. A criminal that knows nothing about life. Okay, people are just talking about the commodity and hardship they did. We that are in abroad now,
Before you can give somebody 10,000 naira, 5,000 naira. We that have long family, I have a long family. One now, if I want to share the money from my paycheck, I'm sharing up to $700. When I was in Germany, I can share up to 600 to 700 euros, which are almost about 1 million. But before, when I spend 200 euros, they will all be happy. But now, for my paycheck now, I'm in America. If I want to spend now, I'll spend up to $700 to $600 to share about 14 people in a family. And I still, myself, I'm not still satisfied that they will be okay, because when I hear what they are selling a bag of rice, if you are giving somebody 100,000 naira now, you give that person nothing. You give that person nothing. You just gave him money for 1 week. Understand?
Who was a family of 5, papa, mama,
yes.
3 kids, okay? And then the husband is earning 250,000. The wife is earning 250,000. That's 500,000, okay? For that family. Can they say they are actually really comfortable when they will pay their children's school fees? They will have to, pay their own rent and all the things they would pay for, because the money has been so devalued as we speak. But imagine that 500,000 back then in a whole family. Are they not going to be like middle class? Can their household that is any 500,000 today?
There's nothing like middle class now. We have now urgent poverty. Mayegu. Me that I'm here now, my bill, me and my wife, our bill every month is about $2,500. So when we want to share these people money, before you can share like $200, you'll be okay by yourself and they will be okay. But now, if you want to share now, you pay in dollars your bills here, then they pay in naira. But when you're removing that dollars now, it's going to be hurting you, paying. You feel it here. So we all are feeling it as Nigerians. So the most important thing is now to break that shit. You see that place. You see P2B, I pity P2B now, because there's not P2B cannot do. Like as you said, this thing now you said now, it's intentional. When you watch how Obama, when I see Obama talking, the other day I was watching Obama on a rally, talking bullshit about Trump, and I was looking at Obama. It's like I want to break my television, because I know how Obama tried to bring Buhari. I know what they did to bring Buhari. And later when Trump came in, Trump now said, don't bring this dead wood to me anymore. So Obama, as they are castigating Trump, they did not see that Buhari is a dead wood. But Trump, that is stupid, that is a liar, saw that Buhari is a dead wood. Now, Obama, they did all this irritation to bring Nigeria down, because during Jonathan, Nigeria was one of the fastest growing economy. So they don't want this competition.
It was on paper. They said this or that, but
it's a lie. It's a lie. People can feel it. People can feel it. A lot of people.
But today, what do they have?
A lot of people were going home from abroad. A lot of people were going home. Most of my friends went back from Germany to Nigeria. They started a business, which most of them run back again because of this hardship. So only one guy because he had hand work, he's surviving it now. So this thing they are doing is intentional. These guys are very wicked. They are from pit of hell. They are destroying lives. Anything that happens to them, I will be happy to see it. I want them to suffer. If they can be cutting their arms, I will be among people that will cut their arms. I'm feeling it here. Like what you said about before, we used to remove one container from scrap to Kumbo container. We used to remove it like 4 million. As I'm talking, this 4 million was like 2022, 2023. But now that container, they're removing it for 12 million. What is inside?
What 18 million? And you're like, we used to pay just about 3.5 million, 4 million for this thing. Now,
I'm talking about scrap. I'm talking about fairly used fridge, fairly used iron, fairly used my golf cart, golf tray. You used to remove golf tray. In that container, we paid 4 million naira. Now that golf tray alone is almost 5 million naira. What's the economic value of golf tray? Golf tray, scrap. Now the container is now 12 million. To remove that container, 12 million, what are you going to sell? And once the container is coming, a lot of people are waiting to put their load on the container. If you not travel back with almost one
What shall I say unto the Lord?
Yes, Lord.
All I have to say,
Thank you, Lord.
What
shall I say? Thank you,
What shall I say?
Yeah, are you there?
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that when I went to Nigeria, January, I wanted to pay overload 23 kg and 9 kg flat. I paid 650,747 naira. I still have the ticket receipt. I asked them, I want to pay in naira. They said I should use black market. So and now they are claiming goods in duty. They are paying duty in dollars. Why should we use dollars to pay duty in Nigeria? Now you country that is using naira. When you go to Nigeria now, people are paying houses with dollars. People are buying houses with dollars. You know, he said, and somebody is telling me that they will do something to revive this country in the next 100 years. It's not going to work. The best thing to scatter it, war or the tsunami. Scatter it. Thank you so much, man. Keep on doing what you're doing.
Okay. Apologies, everyone. Our audio just disappeared at a point there for some reason. So I am going to probably take this as our last call this evening, and then we can call it a night. But I want to urge us, everyone, are still watching. So please, take a moment and like the broadcast, okay? Here. Hello there.
Hello, good evening.
Oh, good evening, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am very well. So that's please.
Yeah. I think I just saw the saddest thing. That lady picking, tomatoes from the floor. Oh, I don't know what she was picking.
And those are just few ones that makes it to our screen, to the internet. A lot doesn't make it to the internet.
It's really disheartening. It's really heartbreaking. And when you see, I grew up I don't even know where to start from. Nigerians are for everything that they say that we are, I know that we are a proud people. We are people with dignity, people who work hard. Generally, forget about the bad eggs, forget about they're hardworking people. To see someone like that go and just, stripping people of their dignity, making whatever hard work they've worked equal to zero, to the point where, did you see what she was picking from the floor? Did you see the road?
Did you even see the next to drainage, the drainage itself?
Next to drainage, and that is what, it really breaks.
Usually they will say people have not started feeding from the dustbin. From dustbin. Oh, really?
But they have clearly. They started. If she felt confident, with no shame again and everything, because in her mind she's thinking, what? If I don't pick up these, bits and pieces from here now, I'll probably go hungry or something like that. And I'm sure she's not the only one doing it. And I like what the last caller, because people need to understand what is actually going on with Africa in general. You see, these people don't want us to raise our head like this, even 1 second. People don't want to understand. People don't want to believe, right? I like what he said about Obama. It's clear now. I want people to understand what Obama is and what he is not. He was never there to promote any kind of, you and I, we've talked about this,
yes.
Republican, Democrats, at the end of the day, the foreign policy, the trade policies do not change for Africa. Africa is exactly where they want it to be. And Nigeria, the people within that, collective called Nigeria, right? People that they have seen are a threat to them, which is this thing that is going on in Nigeria. It is planned. It is what they wanted. It is why they ensured
the World Bank madman was given a podium and he was telling people that this hardship must continue. In fact, Tinubu must not reverse his policy. So our people must be subject. Oh my God, man.
Yes, and they have their foot soldiers, people like Tinubu, people like you and I know they have compromise on that will ensure that whatever it is, whatever design that they have on this continent will surely happen. He has done exactly what they want him to do, and guess what? They want him to continue these 4 years. If people don't get that man out of this place, out of that place, what they want is 8 years of Nigerian suffering.
Retrogression. Totally.
Retrogression. Do you understand? Their greatest fear is a working West African country. You know, I don't want to use Nigeria because I've always said to you, I think Nigeria belongs in the dustbin of history. We need to have a new, you know, a new, how will I put it? We need to come together,
a new trajectory, different nation, a new identity, a new approach, something different from what we currently have, Sha.
Something different from what we currently have, a new identity, right? Separate from, you know, disentangled or removed from whatever it is the Europeans have done, right? Because what they want, and exactly what the last caller was saying, right? Because if things were going, I know a lot of people that they said that if Nigeria starts to move in the right trajectory, they're going back home. They're going back home. People wanted to go back home.
Can actually empty so many parts of this world of the best brains that have been, you know, exported to them. We can actually empty them one after the other.
One after the other. And that is what they don't want. You know, Nigerians contribute a lot in every sphere we can find them in the whole world. So imagine that you have all of those people living at the same time. I even have sometimes I think to myself, they will even let us go. They will start bombing places and killing Nigerians because of all the, what they call it, the brain drain, all the intelligence that's going to move from their own end to another end.
Exactly, the brain drain.
You know, the brain drain from their own end to the other end. They will not have access to all of that. Right, so everything they're doing is perfectly engineered by them. But I think one of the most important things I wanted to say here, right, in as much as we clamor for a regional government or everyone go their separate ways, the first block, Maigu, is that the people have to agree that you cannot let criminals rule you.
No.
There's no point separating and going to different regions if people have not
the hands of the likes of Orji Uzor Kalu.
To end up in the hands of people like Orji Uzor Kalu, people have to understand that whatever we're seeing now is as a result of the criminals that we have allowed into places where they should never have been. Criminals should be in prison. Okay? You shouldn't have anyone with any sketchy past, somebody that cannot tell you how they got their wealth from point A to point B, right? And really scrutinize their what they call it, their genealogy, because a lot of things are going down in this world. You know, this world that we live in, there's so much going on. Right? People that claim that they are Nigerians are really not Nigerians, but you know, undercover people who are doing all kinds of nonsense. People haven't thought about it. You know, but let's pack that. We as a people have to understand what criminality has done to us, what injustice has done to us as a people, what having the wrong type of people has put Nigeria in, and say, you know what, enough is enough. If we don't do that first, right, before we break up, we'll still be back to square one, because they will still use those criminals to keep us where we are not supposed to be. Right. So I think my own contribution here is, as much as we are clamoring for a regional government or everyone go and form their own countries and everything, we as a people have to understand and say, you know what, enough is enough.
We must be mindful of those that are still living with us, the wolves in sheep's clothing. We must be very, very careful.
We must be wary and we must be careful. We have to be able to say, no, not you. And things like, okay, this part of all of these things that's going on is because people are waiting for their own turn.
Yes.
You know, we have to be able to say, you know what, even if it doesn't reach me, you will not get on that seat. We should be able to say that. Once we're able to say that, that is the first one. And that is like changing hearts and minds. And that's why I believe that Michael, you may not think it's necessary for you to pay for this search engine optimization, but I think you should do it because I think more people need to hear your message. We need to put your message out there for more people to understand that we have to start changing our mindsets, right? Understanding that injustice, if you enthrone it, you will get criminality, you will get corruption, you will get death, you will get sickness, you will get poverty.
Generational retrogression. I mean,
retrogression.
That should be scary for everyone, by the way.
It should be scary. It should be scary that, and once we're able to do this, once we're able to say to ourselves, you know what, let the person with the best qualities be there, not only for your own people, but even as a model for others to follow, to say to your children, this is what you must be like. You know, because we have a big problem here. If we don't start saying that to ourselves, right? The people who want Africa the way it is will have a steady supply of deplorables, right? Who will continue to ensure that the continent remains, behind.
Thank you so much, Charm. Another brilliant submission from yourself there. I appreciate every bit of it. Okay, thank you very much, and you have a good night.
Thank you, Mario.
Bless you, ma'am. This is where I think we will be drawing the curtains tonight. I apologize again for that audio interruption. Okay, tomorrow is another day, and hopefully I am going to be here in the afternoon, Saturday, and then we can all have our contributions again from the noon to the night. So I want to appreciate everyone's time again and again. And remember this, we are still going organic. And I'm going to indeed possibly invest in optimizing the channel. So we need more numbers. And I think it is time, I will say. But until then though, right, let's keep our organic going and get down to that 100,000. And I'll keep doing everything else that should be done, okay, to get us more audience, especially on the YouTube. Okay, to everyone, my commenters, the likers, the sharers, the callers, the new subscribers, yourselves, and everyone else, thank you so much for coming on to Mayegun's Diary Political this hour. I will see you again when I see you. That's going to be tomorrow. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Mayegun Diary, Diary Politico. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lérí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ̀lú ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.